Hi everyone, my name is Michelle and this is my channel documenting my journey fighting stage 3 metastatic triple negative breast cancer and central adrenal insufficiency, which was a side effect of the immunotherapy that was part of my cancer treatment. It's been a few weeks since my last update, so I just wanted to kind of bring everyone up to speed. I am 3 weeks ago, I posted that we were starting radiation and I was going back on the carnivore diet because I was tired of feeling like crap. And I'm happy to report that 3 weeks into radiation now, I am still on a carnivore diet. I'm not being super strict in that I will occasionally have some pickles or sauerkraut or some steamed vegetables like squash, or what else? Avocado. So it's not 100% carnivore, strict carnivore foods, but it is carnivore, ketovore, carnivore-ish, as Nisha Berry says. So any of those terms apply. It is definitely animal-based and high-fat. I eat a lot of butter. I eat bacon or pork belly. I will eat ribeyes or New York strips or really any kind of steak, cube steaks, hamburger patties, ground beef, just cooked like that, and lunch meat even. I go out with the family and we get subs sandwiches. I will have lunch meat and cheese and that kind of stuff. So I am still drinking coffee with heavy cream, and I'm going to hang on to that for a little bit, I think. I know everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people talk about how once they let go of the heavy cream and coffee, then more good things happen. But I am really happy with my results anyway. I'm 3 weeks in. A lot of the inflammation is gone. I feel like I have a clearer head. In the cancer book that I have, that I track, a little notebook that I track all of my side effects and symptoms and medications and everything in, and food. I keep a food diary. I keep track of all of the medications and supplements I'm taking, and I keep track of all of my symptoms and side effects, and then questions for doctors and appointments and stuff too in this journal. And I have found that over the last 3 weeks, my list of symptoms and side effects has gone down greatly. So like last week, up until after like Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm at like just a couple of little bit of skin itchiness or soreness, and I'm going through radiation, so there's areas of my skin that are going to be itchy or tender. Anyway, hot flashes are still an issue, but chemo has put me into menopause, so that's probably going to continue for a bit. I've started taking DHEA on the advice of actually the endocrinologist said I could do that. The naturopaths suggested it, and several people in one of the adrenal insufficiency support groups also suggested DHEA because that is also regulated by the pituitary, which is what the part of my HPA axis that shut down, which is why I have adrenal insufficiency. So I've added DHEA for about a week now, and I think that the intensity of the hot flashes and the frequency of the hot flashes has definitely reduced on DHEA. I started at 25 milligrams and I'm up to 50, and that's where the endocrinologist suggested I be. So we'll see if that continues. Muscle and joint pain is greatly improved. Joint inflammation is greatly improved. I feel like I'm a little less puffy everywhere. Reflux has almost completely disappeared. I'm still taking the medications, the protonics, but I've reduced my dose. So, and I'm tomorrow going to reduce it again. So I'm going slower this time. The first time I did carnivore, I cut it in half and then cut it in half again. This time I'm cutting it by a quarter at a time. So we'll see how it goes after I go. So I was at back up to 40 milligrams twice a day. I've been all this week on 40 milligrams in the morning and 20 milligrams in the evening. And so tomorrow I'm going to try 20 milligrams twice a day, and then we'll cut out one of those after that and get back hopefully to where we were before. But everything else, gas and bloating, pretty much non-existent for the last 5 or 6 days, as long as I don't eat a vegetable, you know. Pickles are okay. Pickles seem to be fine. And I even had sauerkraut yesterday and I didn't have any gas and bloating, so I'm really happy with that. Hidradenitis has been pretty clear. I found on the recommendation of the naturopath, I tried castor oil on my hidradenitis flare, and it made a huge, but overnight it was draining, and in a few days the flare was clear. So, and it hasn't come back, and I attribute that to eating clean. The other symptoms that I was having last week, I think, were related to low cortisol. So the radiation is very taxing on the system, and most people that go through radiation, at least this is the feedback I got from the radio oncologist and their team, they don't really see, it's cumulative, so they don't really start to feel fatigued or feel the effects of radiation. You know, you'll see the skin irritations around week 3, and then they said, you know, week 4 or 5 is when you really start to get the fatigue. Last week, by the middle of the week, I found that I would take my morning hydrocortisone, and like 3 hours later, I would start to get a little stomach pain or some nausea or some back pain, lower back pain, flank pain, a little dizziness. I would feel really weak, and I would take more hydrocortisone. And so it wasn't lasting me as long. So, because I was going, 6 hours in between before. So I was finding I was having to updose and take extra, and then I was taking more, and that still was only lasting about 3.5 hours. So I touched base with the endocrinologist, and we decided to switch to dexamethasone in the morning. Because again, if I were making my own cortisol, my body would be stressed by the radiation, but my body would be fighting it with its own supplies. Because I don't make my own cortisol, I have to anticipate when I will need more. So dexamethasone is longer lasting. So now I'm taking dexamethasone in the morning at 6 a.m. and then a little bump of hydrocortisone in the afternoon to get me through the day. So that's the adrenal insufficiency update. Carnivore is going really well, and we're 3 weeks into radiation. And so I only have some minor skin irritation. You can probably see it's a little red there. It doesn't hurt at all. It's like a sunburn just in this area. And it goes a little under the breast and a little under the arms in the lymph area. It doesn't hurt. I have used my Yucca app to find a really clean ingredient, soothing baby lotion, actually. So they, at the cancer center, they gave me Aquaphor and Eucerin, and if you scan those in the Yucca app, they actually contain ingredients that could be endocrine disruptors or carcinogens. So since this diagnosis, I've just tried to avoid ingredients like that. And if I need to use them on my skin because that's the best product temporarily to get through radiation, I have them. But they said I don't have to use those products. I can use something like aloe or coconut oil or calendula. And so I have a few products. And I will do a whole video just on skincare, maybe tomorrow, or, well, maybe not tomorrow. I have some things to do. Maybe Wednesday or Thursday. So, because that's on my list of videos I want to make. Natural, clean products for radiation skincare. But really, I've been using a baby lotion called Hello Bello, and it's lovely. And as long as I put that on a couple times a day. It doesn't hurt at all, and the redness actually does subside. It subsided greatly over the weekend, and so because I have 2 days off, and even overnight. So if it's red now and I put lotion on again before bed, when I wake up in the morning, it won't be as red. So I think I'm managing that part of it really well. And that's pretty much it. We're at 10 minutes. I think that's a good update for now. Again, I'm going to do another video on just radiation skincare, and I have a list of videos I want to do. I just haven't had time. It's been a pretty busy week. My daughter had hockey tryouts. My son was home for the weekend, so I was just doing stuff with my family, and just wanted to say I'm feeling really good. Inflammation definitely better. Sticking to my carnivore diet, and just plugging along. Have a great day.